to computer, yes, please. Okay. All right, so some of the things that we are going to be going over tonight is how to train your new DTs, helping them to create a schedule, and if you haven't created one already, to do that as well. How to take care of DTs that are placed underneath you, how to go over your declines in your back office, and I want to go over text replacements quickly, messaging 25 people quickly, and then following quickly. That's just going to be a brief little tidbit at the end. Okay, so everyone is like signing distributors, and some of you guys are signing distributors for the first time, and it's a little bit scary. You're like, yeah, I'm so excited. What the heck do I do with them? So that's what we're going to be talking about. It is not that scary. Okay, your job is to hold their hand and run or walk at the pace that they need. So that is the first thing that you're going to try and find out. Ask them what kind of learning style that they have. Are they self-sufficient? Do they like to go and do their own research? Are they like, the more you give me, the better? Do they get overwhelmed quickly? Do they need very, very hands-on, you reaching out to them every day, almost like baby steps with them? That is so important to find out what it is that they need so that you can change the way of teaching to that person specifically. I know some people, it's like you're just so excited that you're like, and then this, and then this, and then this, and then they're like, rah, and they're not retaining anything because they're just like freaking out, and they're like, I can't do this. Like, this is freaking me out. So getting that information from them from the very get-go is important. Okay. The next thing that you're going to want to do is make sure that every day you're giving them a little bit of something. You're sprinkling something at them. So that can mean, like, if you found you were listening to a Zoom or a training video and you found it really, really encouraging, you could just shoot it over to them and just say, I think that you will really like this, is really good. Another thing that you can do is let them know that they are not alone. When they know that you have got their back 100% and you are going to be helping them walk through conversations. So you could say, here, send this message out to 25 people. And they're like, what? And be like, anyone that responds back to you, send me a screenshot. I'm going to help walk you through the conversation. One, they will send those 25 messages out because they're not going to be scared of as to like what to say. And two, it's going to be making you accountable, making sure that you're able to help them as well. And if you don't, guys, we've got this awesome chat with awesome people that know what to say. So even if you don't, just say, let's go into the chat, girl, and see what some girls got to say about this response. So just making yourself available, that is really huge for new distributors. And also finding out what it is that their why is. Why did they join this business? What made them want to do this in the first place? When we find out the real root as to what they want, when they're trying to back out or they're just getting overwhelmed or they're like, I can't, and you're like, no, because you told me this, 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 and this is why you wanted to join, and I'm not letting you quit on that why either. So knowing that will help you be a better leader as well. Then you want to also find out what it is that they want to make monthly. So say how much is it that you are wanting to make with this business? Is it $100 to $200? Is it $200 to $500? Is it $500 to $1,000? When you realize what that goal is, then you know exactly what chart it is that they need to be working on. So you can start them off with the first chart and say, all right, this is what we're going to work on first. We're going to work on going executive. Let's figure out a list of people that we could reach out to that are like your ride or dies, that are going to support you and you want to be your BFFs in this business with, and I'll help you talk to them. So we'll get them started on executive. If they say they want to make $10,000 a month and you throw a triple chart at them, they're going to go running for the hills. You have to baby step this, okay? There's going to be those people that you can't scare them off no matter what you do, no matter what you say. That's a dime a dozen. That's not the right saying. That's 1 in a million. So finding out their income, what it is they're wanting to make, and then working them up from chart to chart. And then eventually when they really get the hang of it, then you can show them the big old masterpiece that they're working on. Okay, so this isn't rocket science. It's not hard. It's literally just giving people your time and your attention and working with them one-on-one. Okay? Not hard. All right, another thing that we need to be doing, if you haven't done so already, is creating a schedule. I know that seems like it's so simple, but for me, because I do have a little bit more time on my hands because I am home with Ezra. I mean, not a lot. I mean, I got a baby. He's kind of crazy. But if I'm not necessarily going to say at 10 a.m., I'm going to message 1,000 people. I'm not necessarily doing a schedule like that, but I will say, hey, this is my goal today. I want to message 100 people. I want to get 5 new phone numbers and contacts in my phone. I want to follow up with X, Y, and Z people that I have on my calendar, and I want to make sure that I'm sending at least 60 friend requests 3 times a day. So I know that if I'm not checking those things off by the end of the day, I haven't done my job. And it doesn't matter when I do them, but I need to make sure that I'm getting those things done, right? So everyone has a different life. They have different things that they are able to do. So whatever you are able to do, write it down and figure out how much of it that you can do maybe in the morning. That's like you have your morning goals, things that you can do in the afternoon. It doesn't have to be a specific time, because I don't know about you guys, but when I write something down at a specific time and it's not done, I already feel like a failure. And then I'm just like, well, dang it, I didn't reach it, so I'm probably not going to reach my next one. And then it's like a down here, woe is me kind of thing, and that home we don't play that. So I'm just going to have my end game day goal. We can do this, right? Even if it means that we got to stay up 30 minutes later because we didn't finish whatever we were doing, you're going to feel so good when you go to bed, and you're going to go to bed like hitting it like, yes, I slayed my job today, and it's going to feel good. Another thing that I wanted to talk about is distributor placements. So we are so fortunate that in this business, you can't grow unless you help other people grow. So you signing distributors and bringing them on, and then helping someone else as a distributor on your team, helping them to grow as well. That's such a big thing that you're doing to help them. But this isn't just on you. The person that you are choosing to help grow and work with and place under, that person, you are just as much responsible for that distributor as the person who has enrolled them, because that person is 100% going to be creating and helping you grow your paycheck as well. So if someone has graced you with a distributor, pat yourself on the back, because we're choosing leaders. Okay, we're choosing people that we see something in you, and you just keep going no matter what. And we're placing someone underneath you so you can help nurture them as well. So this is what you have to do. You have to almost imagine that you are the one that personally enrolled them, so that you can help reach out to them too. Imagine if you sign a distributor and you place them underneath one of your girls, and then you're reaching out to this new distributor. The DT you placed under them is reaching out to them, and they have all this camaraderie and all these people rooting them on and helping them, and multiple people that they can reach out to for assistance and like just getting close to. It's going to solidify them in this business and in this team. So make sure if someone places underneath you that you treat it like it is your own, and love on them, celebrate their wins, let them know, congratulate them on getting that loyal customer. You're doing so good. I'm so proud of you. You can reach out to them too and say, this is a video I watched it. It made me think about you. I think you're really going to enjoy it. So that's something that we need to talk, that I wanted to get across too. If someone places underneath you, treat it like it is your own personally enrolled distributor, because that is your paycheck too. Okay? Something that you guys might have not ever even noticed is declines. When you have a loyal customer and maybe their credit card declines for some reason or another, most of the time it is because their credit card had changed and they forgot to update it. So it's nothing really that big of a deal. But if you have all these customers and several of them decline, that is lessening your paycheck. So you can get into the habit of checking your declines in your back office. And if you have your notes out, I'm going to give you the step-by-step on how to find them. So you're going to log into your back office. You're going to go to reports, then go to downline, and then orders. And then when you're there, you can see where people have said accepted. If you click that thing above it, the order status, click it until you see them say canceled or declined or whatever it is, and you can contact those people. If you have I wanted to send this. I'll send it in the comments so you guys can save it into your notes. 1 second. I'm going to go ahead and put the instructions in there too, so you guys don't forget. And then I have some different ways that you can handle the situation to reach out to people, just to make it a little bit easier for you. Chat. There you go. So, if you have personally enrolled them, there's a message in there. If you haven't personally enrolled them, there's another message. It doesn't matter if you have enrolled them or not. It's still your paycheck if you can see it. So you want to make sure that you get in the habit closer, like the last, auto ships go through the 25th of the month. So I would start checking your declines on the 20th and just set a reminder in your phone, check declines, and then reach out to anyone who is a decline, a cancel, or what was the other one? I forgot. ACH, which is another form of a decline, and just send them one of those messages and get it straightened out. It's like most of the time it's just a credit card that they just need to update, and you can be like, I'd love to help you do that. Let's get it switched over for you. Okay. If you are not using the new It Works Office app, you are doing yourself a huge disservice. It's really good. It's literally like 5 apps in one. So you can go in there. They already have preloaded in there your personally enrolled loyal customers and distributors. All you have to do is upload them, and all their contact information will be on your app. So their phone number, their email address, all of that. And every single time they have a sale, a BOGO, right now we have the $20 code, they put a template in there. And all you have to do is go to the template and say, send to this group. And it sends it as like an individual text messages, and you don't even have to put their name in it. It automatically puts the name that is stored in your phone number to that person. Hello. And if there's someone that you've already reached out about it, you can just skip that person and go right into the next. So if you're in the middle of something and you're like, I can't remember where I left off, it already knows where you left off. So you don't even have to think about it. It's so good. And you don't know what to say to someone about the new loyal customer program, there's templates in there for you. They're like making this so easy for us. And every single time that you reach out to people from your app, it tally marks it for you, and it tells you how it gives you like, dang girl, like you're on fire and things like that. So it's like, yes, I am. I've reached my daily goal of who I wanted to contact. So it's just a really good app. Also, when you enroll a loyal customer or a distributor, like literally you press submit and you get a notification through the app. So it's a lot faster than our emails, which is kind of nice. So if you're like, it's been 20 minutes and I haven't got an email yet. Well, if it didn't come in immediately after on your app, maybe something's wrong and you can go figure it out. So you don't have this like waiting limbo game anymore. The app is so good. Start playing around with it. If you're not sure how it works, practice sending text to me or someone on your team and just say, hey, I just want to practice with this template thing to see how it looks before I start sending it to 1 million people and I'm jacking it all up. But just play around with the app. It's really good. And check out the templates that they have there. They're literally doing our job for us. It's just a matter of us clicking it. Okay, so the short little thing that I wanted to talk about is, especially if you are an Apple user, I'm not sure if Android has it or not, but we have this awesome thing called text replacement. Okay, If you don't have it for Android, maybe there's like an app or something for it. I've actually realized that Instagram now has a little bit of one, and I can show you that in the app. Let me bring it up. Let me go act like I'm going to comment on something. I don't know. It's not popping up. Oh, maybe it's just for messages. Let me check there real quick. Yeah, okay. So when you are going to send someone a message, they have these 3 in the little box with the 3 buttons next to the GIF. It's the very first one. You can create text replacements inside Instagram. So if you are an Android user and you don't have text replacement for iPhone, you've got it for Instagram. It's already in there. This is how easy it is. So you just hit the plus sign. Well, I must have hit something else when I was looking. Okay, plus sign, there it goes. Your shortcut, whatever it is that you want to use as an abbreviation for your message. So for me, I'm just going to do WC. And that text replacement is just going to be welcome. So when I'm going to save it just for purposes, I'll probably never use that. But when I'm texting someone, I can just go WC and welcome pops up, and wow, look, I've got welcome that popped up on my message. So you can do things like an abbreviation of what the hair, skin, and nails does. So when you are doing a text replacement, make sure it's something that you will never ever really type out, because if you do, it'll be popping up in the middle of your sentence and it's going to drive you crazy. So for me, I do like HSND, which is hair, skin, and nails description, and then I put in the shortcut in the message area, that whole script. So instead of me going and finding it in my notes, copying it, and then pasting it, I just do HSND, boom, it sends. It makes short work of your stuff. So who on here has Apple and already knows about text replacement? Okay, so most of you who do already have text replacement already know about that. So those of you who are Android and you have no idea what I'm talking about, I just saved you a whole bunch of time through Instagram. You're welcome. Okay, for those of you who do have Apple and don't know what I'm talking about. Oh, I see what you, Gretchen, you don't see the option. Have you done the update? Did anyone else see that option in Messenger on Instagram? Okay, Marina says she's seeing it. So you go to your messages, not just a conversation with someone. You have to actually act like you're going to send a message to someone, and then the text replacement will pop up. The bubbles. What are you saying, Jenny?
Yeah, I have to update it. So from 2 days ago. So it might be that.
Okay, will you update yours while we're in the middle of this and seeing if it pops up for you? And then that's what we'll know. Great, thank you. Okay, for those of you who are Apple and don't know what text replacement is, you're going to go to your settings, go to General, and then scroll up to your keyboards, and text replacement is your second option there. I have literally so many text replacements. I have a description for every single product we have. So if I'm talking to someone, I just pop in my replacement and it's right there. And it's the same thing that I just showed you on Instagram. You're going to hit the plus sign when you're creating one, what you want your phrase to be, and then the shortcut or the abbreviation that you're going to be using. Again, you never want one to be LC or DT, because you're going to type that all the time and it's going to pop up and it's going to be annoying. Every single time I use a text replacement, I either put a number at the end of it, because that's, so I wouldn't normally do that, like LC1 or LC2. So it would never pop up in a normal conversation. Okay. Also, for messaging 25 people, if you have that text, go ahead, Jenny.
I just updated and I don't see it.
Okay.
What is it? You said like Right here?
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't see
it's
not
not
on.
showing up. Okay. Well, I'll have to figure out what is. Miriam, you said you saw it. Is yours on public or private?
Oh.
Mine is public, but I've seen the three dotted icon. I've seen it on Instagram.
Okay, so if you're public,
Got it.
I'm public too, so I'm wondering if that makes a difference. I'll look into that and I'll let you guys know for sure in the chat tonight, and see if there isn't a way to have the option if you are private too, because that seems like that's like the connecting thing there. Thank you.
Unmute yourself.
Sorry. Thank you. When you are using text replacement, it's going to make your messaging job so much easier, because I'm sure you've gotten in the habit of copy paste, and then you have another conversation with someone else and you're like, oh, let me go in and copy that description of what the wraps do, and then I'm going to go back, and then you're going to try back to go back to your messaging and you're like, crap, I'm on my wraps. I need to go back to the LC message I was sending out. And it takes up time. And our job is, the faster you do things, the faster you can get your productivity done for the day. So you can send out 25 messages. Like yesterday, I sent out like 200 messages, and I was able to send out 100 messages in about 30 minutes. And then later on in the evening, I went through and sent a welcome message to all the people that had followed me back in the last couple of days. And so I had about 100 or so of those. And I was able to use my text replacement and send it really, really quickly just to welcome them to my page. Mine is NF, so new follower. And then it sends like my text replacement. So you guys need to play around with that. Figure out what are the things that you say the most in conversations with people and start making your text replacements for. So when you are messaging, you can just be more productive with it. And another tip that I wanted to talk about is making sure that you are following people at least 3 times a day. I can get away with sending about 60 friend requests out without getting into trouble. And I haven't been using Captivate as much. I still use it to unfollow for me, but I'd rather side with caution because people have been having their accounts like act funny using Captivate. And I'm not saying you can't use it. You just could maybe slow it down a little bit, so maybe it wouldn't do as many actions in a day as normal. But if you are manually doing this, this is something that I had talked to Megan about, and she signed a distributor today for doing it. I said, what are some of the things that you are interested in? She says, I'm into horses, farming, racing horses, and things like that. So she started sending friend requests to people like that. And she signed a distributor because they connected. It's so awesome. So if you really think about the things that you really like and you're really interested in, and you focus on following like-minded people, you guys automatically are going to have a connection. I'm following moms. I'm following people that wear turquoise jewelry because 1, I want to look at it and drool over it. And 2, I can be like, I love your jewelry. I love everything about it. Can I have it? Are we best friends now? And so it's like knowing things like that about yourself will really help you. Or if you have something going on in your life, like Gretchen, she has 3 daughters. She could send her friend requests to people who have 3 girls. Crystal has her illness and things like that, and she's a friggin' rock star. She never complains, and she can go ahead and reach out and try and find more people that are like-minded like her. And she's like, I can't do another job, but I can do this one because I can work from my phone. And even on my worst days, this business makes me feel good because I'm still contributing to my family. Andrea, she can holler at all the single ladies. And you know what I'm talking about? She's like, single women, I love it. And she can just like find her party girls. You know what I'm talking about? So whatever it is that you are really interested in, is like your jam, go with it with a vengeance. Jenny is hardcore into turquoise color and maybe not the jewelry. So she can follow people like that, or just like people that are just like the nicest people in the world and own shepherds and love their dogs like they're their own children. That's Jenny. So find whatever it is that you are into and focus into it. Follow those people, and people will be like, oh my gosh, Jenny, I love your shepherd. He looks exactly like mine. You're like, no way. Yours looks exactly like mine. And you can just start talking to each other like that. You get what I'm saying? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? You getting it? Okay. Gosh darn it, guys. It is 8:29 and I wanted to do this in 30 minutes or less, and I did it. Okay, so now I'm going to open it up to you guys. Holler at me with your questions or just input. So Jenny, if you want to say anything, say something.
I know I was late, but did you go over follow-ups?
No.
Is that for next week?
That was for next week.
Okay.
So next week, Jenny, we're going to be going over some new things that I found with editing. It's really, really cool. I'm going to teach you guys how to do it and make your page look bomb without even trying. Okay, and we're going to also go over how to respond to potential distributors, some follow-up rules that we have, and then Jenny is the queen of follow-up, so I'm going to let her give you her best tips on that as well. But based on what we went over tonight, do you guys have any questions, concerns, just something that you would like to personally add? If so, you can unmute.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. Andrea can go first.
And Jenny can go.
I was just going to say, one of the things that I was going to recommend to the team is if they have like loyal customers, is that when they go into the back office, like you said, go in and check on how many perk points they have and let them know how many perk points they have each month. That way they're still interacting with the customer themselves, and let them know as they accumulate what those perk points can do. Because my mom didn't know, and I did a live with her when she did her perk point. She's gotten like 170.
Wow.
So she used all of them to get the bulk keto coffee.
That is so smart. That's something I never thought about, having someone go live with you and showing that they didn't spend anything on their order.
And then what she did was she upgraded the when to receive it, the shipping. Instead of putting it out for like 5 to 7 business days, she upgraded it for 2 days. So she spent the $20 there that she would have, had to have used to actually buy the bulk.
That is awesome. I love that. What a great tip. Yes.
I love that too.
Thank you. Okay, Jenny.
I know like we're doing follow-ups next week, but just real quick, what's been working for me, because it's the end of the month.
Yeah.
Ariel and I have been sending like, hey girl, how are you, with emojis. Did I catch you at a bad time when I texted last? And that's like when you do a lot of, follow-ups, and after like the 7th time, 8th time. And then I've been getting a lot of responses, and out of the 100 messages that I sent out, I enrolled 2 customers off of that follow-up. So
that's amazing.
Yes. So it's been working for me, and then Ariel too. So I just wanted to share that little script.
That is so good. When you guys are doing your follow-ups, it is so beneficial if you just pop it into the chat and just say, hey, this is the follow-up that I'm doing right now. If you want to join me, join in. Sometimes the new distributors, they don't even know what to do. So having like feeded stuff like that here and there trickling in from all different leaders, they're like, oh, anyone can do this. I see that message. That's a good one. I'm going to do some too. So whatever you are doing and it's something that you can share, just pop it in there. Hey, I'm going to send out 60 friend requests right now. Who wants to join me? Things like that. So we are like, ooh, that's a good idea. I didn't even think about that right now. I'm going to do it with you. And something that we are also trying to do is doing our, oh, shoot. Sorry, the dog's barking. Doing daily work Zooms. So we've kind of created like little schedules for people that are in the morning, people in the afternoon, and in the evening. So whenever you want to work, just pop it in the chat. Just say, hey, anyone free to work? And then Jenny, Saray, myself, and Katie are going to be popping in, doing Zooms too. Normally I would have done one after service, but I got a call from my mother-in-law, and she talked to me for a little while, and then Ezra was up breaking 2 teeth today. He was fussy as I can get out. But yeah, I think that this was good. Did you guys like it? Did you learn some things? Was it helpful? Good. I'm so excited. All right. Well, we can hop off and enjoy the rest of our evening. And I'm gonna go ahead. Someone say something?
It was your echo.
Yes, Tara. So stupid.